All right, everyone, now that Donald Trump has been completely exonerated, I mean, by any reasonable definition he has, because there's zero evidence he ever did anything wrong, after 2 years of nonstop searching through every bit of dirty laundry he has, they couldn't even get him on some minor misdemeanor. They didn't even have evidence of obstruction based on mean tweets, so that's an exoneration. Now the Justice Department is being wielded like an axe against the Affordable Care Act. Now here's the thing. When the Supreme Court allowed the Affordable Care Act to go forward, when they declared that it was constitutional, four of the justices had no problem with it on basic grounds. Roberts was the swing vote, and the only reason that he voted to allow the ACA was on the basis that because of the mandate, because of the fees involved with it, it was a tax. That is, it was essentially, this is an elaborate, I mean, it was a ruse. It was a total workaround, and I wonder what dirt they have on Roberts to get him to rule this way, because it's so convoluted and so obviously out of step with the concept that the founders could have possibly had in mind in the constitutional sense. There is no justification for Roberts flipping. Otherwise, it was a purely ideological vote. The idea was that because it penalizes people who don't have health care, it's funny, you don't have the money for health care, so they want more of your money. Very strange system. Because of that fact, it was a tax. Therefore, since the government can tax, it's constitutional. That was his idea. The ACA is gone. So now the Fifth Circuit is advancing a case upwards, and now the Department of Justice, which before had taken up a more measured line, and they had said, okay, well, some proposals of the ACA we're not going to defend, we want them to be gotten rid of. Now the Justice Department is taking the position, and Trump, I'm sure, ordered this, not to defend the ACA at all. That is, that there will be no fundamental defendant, at least in the case that's capable of defending it. It's kind of like with the Defense of Marriage Act. Obama commanded, what was it, Justice or whoever would have been defending, not to defend the Defense of Marriage Act, also known as DOMA. What DOMA had done was on a federal level prevent gay marriage from going forward. He didn't do anything particularly to knock it out of the way. He just said the federal government, the executive branch, is not going to defend this former position of the government. The U.S. government's no longer going to defend it. Trump has every right to have his executive officials not defend this case. He shouldn't. This is the easiest way to get rid of the ACA, and it exonerates Donald Trump and the Republicans. This is the workaround. This is the glorious thing about it, from taking the blame when, for some people it will be a problem. Yes, millions of people will lose insurance. However, more insurance markets will open up. It will press the issue. It will force Congress to reform it. And then you'll see a system, I think, that will be at least somewhat better than the ACA was. Hopefully it encourages more cross-state competition. Hopefully it allows for drug reimportation. Get rid of the ACA. Dude, good laws are not tens of thousands of pages long and aren't passed in the middle of the night when no one can have time to read them. That's not the way that good laws are passed. Not by a long shot. And there should be, I think Rand Paul, didn't he attempt to force a bill there that would have made it impossible for Congress to even vote on a bill until everyone's had a chance to read it reasonably? Like, a certain number of days for however many pages or something like that. That's a great idea, by the way. We should have something like that. That's a major suggestion that we should carry forth in government. I think it would be a great idea. I think that Rand Paul was absolutely right, and in regards to the ACA, how many pages was it long? And then you look at the people who designed it, like Jonathan Gruber, one of the chief architects of Obamacare. He came to this state, tried to promulgate, basically the ACA on steroids. We had a study for several years. Shumlin commissioned it, got Gruber aboard to see if we could have universal health care in the state of Vermont. It didn't work. The study fell through. It ended early because he's like, well, there's no way we can pay for it. It's impossible. It's literally voodoo economics. It's fuzzy math to think of a state in which you have affordable health care that's subsidized at this level. The amount of taxation you would need certainly would make it so you'd be subsidizing a hell of a lot of people. It would destroy the state's economy. Gruber was involved in that, and Gruber got sued by this state to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars, settled the case for submitting fraudulent work times, like work that supposedly didn't get done. Like, he was billing it to him even though it was like interns or wasn't done at all. So he was trying to defraud the state, and he got fucked. Had to pay restitution. They're lucky they didn't slap him into a cell, and they probably should have. It would have been it was a bunch of liberals, so they're not going to do that. They just gave him a slap on the wrist and said, hush, hush, don't talk about it anymore. Don't talk about the monumental failure that is government-run healthcare. But yeah, Trump is definitely on a streak right now. He's just, been exonerated. His approval is going to climb by several points over the next couple weeks of polling. That's certain. The cloud that was hanging over him with the Mueller probe is gone. The Democrats can try to draw it out all they want, but it's sunny weather now over Trump's head. And they're the ones that are dealing. Now they're falling into infighting again. They can't figure out whether they want to go all in and say, no, he's guilty and push forward with that, or whether they want to say, okay, investigation's over. We are glad that the government wasn't usurped by the Russians. We're going to be big people now. We're going to have a platform. We're going to try to be a normal political party. We're going to have proposals that'll make sense. I think it's wonderful. The idea of the ACA going away entirely, and by the way, I learned this. The ACA mandate actually is gone. It's just that for the prior tax year, it wasn't gone. So that's something that Trump actually didn't do wrong. It's just that for some odd reason, it dragged on for an extra year. It shouldn't have. So your taxes, like if you don't have health insurance, and I need to get it at some point. I know. That ACA mandate will be going away actually on your taxes next year. So that'll be good. I think Trump's doing a fine job with regards to this. It's wonderful that the Department of Justice has abandoned the ACA because now the Fifth Circuit can rip it apart. And they're trying to say, well, I can't imagine that they'll go along with this because it would cause chaos. Look, the Constitution isn't supposed to regard such a thing. The fact that it causes problems doesn't make it unconstitutional. The fact that it brings stability, or at least what you would call stability, doesn't make it lawful. The ACA is blatantly unconstitutional under SCOTUS' own excuse for allowing it in the first place because there's no more mandate. You can no longer construe it as a tax. So if that's the only token on there, the other 4 justices would have to vote as they did, unconstitutional. Roberts would have to join the majority and say, no, the ACA is no longer acceptable. It is no longer a tax, which is what was literally said in SCOTUS' decision at the time when it was first passed. That's about all. Peace out.